will be.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the virtual event School Transformation Summit 2021 on reinventing education to adopt digital and foster creativity skills, organized by the Rendezvous experts in partnership with Adobe and Ingram Micro. I am Bridget, and I'll be your host for today's session. On behalf of our partners, dear participants, Adobe and Ingram and the entire School Transformation Summit team, I would like to thank you for joining us today. Now, without any further delay, I would like to now welcome our two keynote presenters for today's sessions. Today's session, Ms. Garima Babbar, Head Education Initiatives, Adobe India and South Asia, who would be presenting on Adobe's K-12 program to digital transformation and creativity skills, and also Mr. Chetan Jadhav, Senior Solutions Consultant, who would be presenting on the focused solutions, which is the need of the hour. Now, once again, welcome everybody. A quick introduction to Ms. Garima Babbar. She heads education and skill development initiatives for K-12 and higher education institution for Adobe India and South Asia region. She has a rich experience of 22 years. Now, Garima is a part of Adobe Global Education team and drives various programs to foster digital and creativity skills. She is the co-chair of the prestigious CII Committee for Education and works very closely with central and state government under Ministry of Education and think tanks on policy-related initiatives. Prior to joining Adobe, Garima was working with National Skill Development Corporation under Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. She was responsible for development of guidelines and implementation of community colleges, WeWork program, skilling initiatives in schools and universities. She also represented India in a global conference organized by community colleges for international development to promote international education and global citizenship. Garima is a part of the Skill Advisory Committee of NASSCOM for new job roles. Now, a quick introduction to Mr. Chetan Jadhav, our second keynote speaker. He is a senior solutions consultant at Adobe, who has an overall experience of 14 plus years with domain expertise in media and entertainment industry and a sublime mix of creative and technical skills. Chetan provides product demos, trainings, solutions, and support to many top enterprise customers in various domains around the world. Being an Adobe certified professional in Photoshop and Premiere Pro, along with professional certifications, Chetan is very passionate about exploring new Adobe Creative and Document Cloud technologies. Now, without further delay, the stage is yours, Ms. Babbar. Thank you.
Thank you, Bridget. Thank you for your kind introduction. And I welcome you all to the event today. It's an honor and a privilege to be here presenting about our K-12 program. But before I get started, I hope you are all taking care of yourself, your family, your students, your teachers. I know we are experiencing unprecedented times, and I wish nothing like this ever erupts in future as well. So please take care of your health, take care of everyone around you, because that's really important. As I've already been introduced, my name is Garima Babbar, and I drive education initiatives for India and South Asia region. Education is a very important piece for us as we really want to foster creativity and digital skills of students today so that they become leaders of tomorrow. And I'm sure this session today will not just be something, a one-sided conversation where I'm going to talk about Adobe. I would love to learn from your experiences, your feedback, your suggestions on how we can partner with you so that it's a meaningful and a mutually beneficial association with your school and as well as Adobe as well. We have the chat window on, and also since this is going to be an interactive session, please feel free to unmute yourself to ask any questions, suggestions, and of course, any inputs that you have for the program that we are going to present to you. Before I get started, I'm going to showcase one of the videos that we shot with one of our prestigious schools. Of course, that was prior to the lockdown, but something really beneficial that we did a couple of months back so that students are reaping benefits of that today while they are learning from home. Allow me a moment while I play the video.
We are a very tech-savvy school from the beginning. We are paying a lot of attention on technological enhancement for our students in current time. And the reason for that is that a lot of our alumni is associated with the technological leadership around the world.
Creativity of the students is boundless. There's nothing which is limited for them, and they have too many ideas which, if channelized properly, it would have a lot of impact on their learning process.
I find Adobe Spark really interesting as you can get to the depths of learning as there are no limits of learning, and using these applications you can create web pages, new stories according to your imagination.
The beauty of Adobe Spark, which I see, is that they enjoy doing that. So it's very user-friendly. I think it has got latest tools which are more young generation friendly, and they would like to experiment. And definitely it will trigger that spark in them to have growth towards critical thinking, critical learning, and maybe a movement towards bringing future technological leaders in the world.
Thank you very much. And that was one of the schools that we've been associated very fondly. And the students are using Creative Cloud applications, unfortunately, during this lockdown, while the students are creating their digital projects and showcasing their creativity. I'm sure you all are also taking multiple initiatives to advance digital. However, I'm going to talk about some of the initiatives that Adobe would like to take in partnership with all of you so that we continue building skills of our students. Something that I'd like to start with, because we all agree, why are we doing these initiatives today, be it the teaching learning process or the development of skills? Because as per World Economic Forum, LinkedIn, Forbes, any of the thought leaders, creativity is the superpower that is required for our students to become leaders of tomorrow. Jobs are changing. Job roles are changing. Technology is advancing. We are talking about artificial intelligence. We are talking about fourth industrial revolution. And digital has really advanced in the last couple of months, be it the online shopping experience, being BFSI, healthcare, and of course, education as well. And that is where we really come to agree that yes, when we are building skills of our students of today, it is important to look at some of the important things which are being talked about in all these reports, where not just knowledge, but skills are equally important. And that is something which is extensively being talked about in our new education policy as well. That while there will be focus on technology, on digital advancement, online platforms, but at the same time, how students are going to apply these concepts in daily life, that is equally important. Mission of Adobe is threefold. Number one, empowering creativity for all. And that is something that you all saw in both the videos that we just showcased. We believe that creativity is not just for arts or IT students. It spans across fields. In fact, we are also focusing on a lot of reskilling initiatives where professionals now understand that creativity is not just defined to students, but also in their professional fields as well. Number two, how do we cultivate digital literacy from primary to middle school, so that when students are in their senior secondary schools, it is important that they apply those in the various projects, be it IT, commerce, liberal arts, any of the fields that they are going ahead with. And most importantly, how do we modernize the entire education experience? When there was a sudden lockdown that was announced, most of the institutions approached Adobe that, hey, can you help us with digital signatures? We need to, digitize the entire workflow. No longer our documents can be sent to the principal's office or to the teachers for signatures, be it their HR processes or the report cards that had to be signed by the parents. And that is where Adobe comes forward through our applications of Creative Cloud and Document Cloud for eSign. But for today's presentation, our partnership, we would like to talk about how we will help you create digital literacy and creativity skills of students within the curriculum itself. Because everything has to be integrated. There has to be a continuous and comprehensive process. And that is how our assessments are also related. No longer is rote learning appreciated. Students have to understand basic concepts, present it, and of course, they have to present it in a collaborative manner so that they develop critical thinking and problem-solving skills. With this strategy, we aim to actually not just foster skills, but we are going to focus on three foundational shifts. Number one, how do we innovate the entire teaching, learning, and assessment process? First, we need to have the right kind of tools. We want to talk about Creative Cloud today. I will be talking about Creative Cloud applications, and my colleague Chetan, who will join us subsequently in this session, he will give you a brief demo on how these tools can be used for projects that can be created, mapped to the curriculum of the students. And most importantly, when you talk about assessments, when students present their projects in a digital format, it's easier for teachers not just to rate them, but also understand how well they have understood the concepts which are being taught as a part of the chapters. Most importantly, we have to give the most engaging student experience through digital as a part of it. I know students are at home. They are spending time online with the teachers. Teachers are facing the difficulty because the textbooks are available either online or they are still in the schools. But using digital as one of the mediums, how they can accelerate learning so that when student comes back and presents and they appear for tests, learning and teaching process should not stop. And most importantly, how do we build a collaborative platform so that whatever students are learning in the form of mark sheets or any of the projects which they are creating, be it videos, graphics, or any other form that they want to represent their visual ideas, that has to give a superlative experience to the teachers and of course to the students. With that, let me pause here. And if you have any suggestions, any inputs, any experience which anybody would like to share, I would welcome that. Can I request one of the principals to share what are the best digital practices in one of the schools which they are adopting these days?
Hello.
I'm sure, yes, ma'am, please go ahead.
Madhumita Banerjee from Millennium World School, Moradabad.
Good evening,
It's
ma'am.
a small town and we are having the problems what a small town can face. The issues are there, the connectivity issues and everything. But we have already used Adobe. We are already using, but the whole thing comes to that the children are quite good at everything now, I must say, and they are very tech savvy and the teachers have been trained. We are using the Microsoft tools also like collaborative space or Flipgrid and everything. The children are good at it, but what happens that we give them periods or 4 periods, we have that constraint and then they don't get time. Like last week only, I reminded why are you not using Adobe? Then they start again doing that because they have to finish everything in time. So that's one challenge that we are having. Otherwise, it's fine.
It's good to have challenges because that helps us find unique and appropriate solutions as well. While I agree time is limited, but something that I have learned out of my experiences, out of my interaction with various education leaders like you, if the tools are being given to the students, give them time, and that is where the beauty of Creative Cloud comes in. It is at home, you can use, every student has their own login ID and password, and it is like anytime, anywhere, learning and creating for them. And that is what I think are the basic tenets of creativity skills. It's not something that students are only confined to the four walls of the school. And that is where, when we give them licenses of Creative Cloud for at-home use, they find the best medium, be it evenings. Unfortunately, students are unable to go out to play these days. Not that this compensates for their sports and their physical activity, but they enjoy working on these tools and creating projects which we want to enable them to do. So thank you for sharing your experience. We'd love to collaborate with your school and see how best we can make it quicker, easier, and more interactive for students. This is something that I always talk about because we are fortunate that after 35 years, India has a new education policy in place, which is quite robust. And I'm thoroughly enjoying reading and applying it in whatever interventions that we are doing with various schools, be it 21st century skills, pedagogical approaches, or it can be institutional building when we talk about technology advancement. Everything clubbed into one makes India the skill capital of the world. And that is why our focus is youth, our students of today, and of course, teachers are facilitating this entire process. We've spoken enough about critical thinking and creativity. And few weeks back, there were guidelines of the government which talked about the application of it. And I was, really happy to understand that this is a very well thought out project. That how are you going to make your students more logical and innovative so that they are able to tinker various projects? Adobe has several partnerships, and out of that, one of the prestigious partnerships that we have with Utter Tinkering Labs. As a part of that, our Creative Cloud tools are also used to make tinkering projects across whatever subjects that the students feel comfortable. And last year, we had a group of 25 schools who were mentored by Adobe experts. And these students were so quick in picking up things. In fact, a couple of their projects have also been accepted as prototypes, which these students are going to showcase at international platforms later on. So I strongly believe that creativity is that foundational pillar which each student requires, right from primary to middle, and of course for application in secondary and higher education. There has to be progressive learning, and most importantly, integration into subjects. You cannot isolate that whatever you are being taught today does not have creativity. Definitely, it has elements of creativity. There are plenty of online resources that are available, and even Adobe has put together a compendium of resources, content, lesson plans, activities for teachers, for usage, for distance learning, for online expansion. I'm going to talk about that as well in my subsequent slides. And I will also demo Adobe Education Exchange platform. We've been talking about competency-based education. Absolutely. Because something that worked 10 years back doesn't exist anymore. We spoke about jobs, we talked about technology. What about education? it's all about comprehensive assessments. And when we talk about assessments, it has to be, every student has that potential today. But it's up to us, what kind of tools do we give in the hands of students so that they're able to nurture and nourish their creativity, their skills. So this is something that we apply as a part of our professional development training when we partner with any school, so that the experiential learning methodology, the pedagogical approaches that we teach the teachers, they are able to apply it so that they build knowledge, attitude, and aptitude of the students. We are talking about integration of technology today. Well, definitely, technology has advanced. And as the principal of Muradabad Millennium School, ma'am, she also told that she's been using Microsoft Teams. So therefore, whatever platform, whatever LMS that you're using, Adobe tools integrate seamlessly as a part of it so that students don't have to create multiple IDs. There is a single sign-on that is available. And with the help of ICT, whatever education initiatives that the school is doing, we are able to collaborate and bring everything onto one platform. Therefore, in a nutshell, we work with you, we provide you resources which are mapped to our Indian education system and also customized as per your needs itself. A quick look at some of the initiatives and some of the partner schools that we have. I spoke about Niti Aayog, and this is one of the prestigious partnerships. In fact, we are doing multiple professional development sessions for the teachers, and they find it extremely useful so that tinkering and innovation can continue even during the lockdown. Navodaya Vidyalaya Samiti, these government schools have been given Creative Cloud, and the students and teachers are extensively using our tools for distance education, for blended learning, even during summer holidays. Some of the teachers have created their lesson plans, content which they are creating for the Diksha platform, and students are using for their holiday homework. We work in collaboration with the teachers so that as a part of their system, we are able to give them exercises, activities, which students find it joyful to use using our tools. Maybe in my next session, after the holidays are over, I would love to demo various videos which students have created, their lockdown stories, science innovative projects, in fact, even social studies, so they cannot go outside, but using our search engine, which is embedded as a part of our tools, powered by artificial intelligence, how students are creating their own social science, civics, citizenship projects as a part of it. Amity, Kamala Nehru Public School, the list is long. This is just one of the few schools that I have put together here to showcase our initiatives. We also do a lot of challenges for students, for our partner schools. Creativity Challenge was one of the contests that we had for all the students across all CBSE schools, and students came forward, and based on the theme of life and philosophy of Mahatma Gandhi, they presented their projects to Adobe Leadership, and out of that, we awarded 9 schools and 23 students as winners of Creativity Challenge. In fact, some of the students are still associated with us. And one of the girls, she's so passionate about creating social media videos that she's working on an internship project also with us. So that's the power of creativity and the partnership that we have with the schools. Of course, it's lockdown, and the photographs that you see here about Atal Tinkering Labs and the event for teachers that we had, I'm extremely hopeful, optimistic that we should be able to do that very soon in person in our Adobe office. But till then, we'll have to continue with the virtual event the way that we are doing today. Our program has essentially 3 elements. Number 1, we give Creative Cloud licenses for all students and teachers, followed by certification for educators, which is level 1 and level 2. Level 1 certification is more about an orientation to what is creativity, how the tools are going to be used, and what are the basic principles that teachers have to apply so that they are able to inculcate creativity as a part of the curriculum. Level 2 is more about instructional designing. If they have to create some content, a digital content for the school repository, what are the tools, be it Premiere Rush that they have to use, InDesign they have to use, or they have to create a mobile app or a prototype, a nice looking web page using Adobe XD. That's the detail that we get into, and we give them a certification of Adobe Creative Educator Level 2. Both these programs are held as a part of the professional development workshop that we do after we partner with the schools. We then invite you to become an Adobe Creative Showcase school. You receive invitations for our global events, Adobe branding, support for content, activities and lesson plans which are a part of our Adobe Education Exchange, and of course the contests like the one that I spoke about we had in partnership with CBSE. Those are the contests that we keep having with your schools. We have an event which is coming up on 20th of May, which will be hosted on Adobe for Education YouTube channel. Please join us on 20th, be a part of that event, because these are the partner schools who will be coming forward and talking about creativity, how Adobe and the school leadership have worked hand in hand to nurture skills and digital aspect of the school. We have Dr. Pratibha Kohli. We've been working with this school for almost 3 years. They're also an adult tinkering lab. We have Dr. Saha. Of course, we had creativity challenge with CBSE, and from a thought leadership perspective, how we have to apply national education policy, being a technology leader, he's going to share his perspective over there. You will have Adobe leadership also, and few other teachers like Richa Thakur, Amit Mehta of Navodaya Vidyalaya schools, Dr. Arnab Singh talk about creativity in their schools in partnership with Adobe. And we look forward to having you also join us very soon in these events as well as speakers. These are some of the ways that we partner. We can definitely develop scalable models with you depending on your need, how to be customized. Siddharth from our team can get in touch with you on how and what you need to do in order to be an Adobe Showcase school. And of course, sorry, I forgot to also mention the logo and the name of the school also appears on Adobe website. And that's something that we work very closely with our partner schools for that. So our engagement model can have multiple permutation combinations, but these are the 3 pillars that we work with you. Number 1, on the thought leadership level, when you invest in Creative Cloud, how the investment model has to be, what are the various ways, either, those are certain things which, we discuss and then we implement as a part of our partnership agreement. We also ensure that there is a seamless IT deployment and usage. We will keep you updated on how effectively your students are using in terms of, yes, please go ahead and raise your hand if you have a question, and feel free to ask any question right now or later on. And of course, like I spoke about, it has to be a complete partnership. We give you also an opportunity to leverage our global community of education, so that there are a lot of exchange programs that happen between our global schools and schools in India. And something that teachers love to engage with us, the Adobe Creative Educator program. I can pause again, and I'm sure you will have a lot of questions on the engagement model. So please feel free to ask us any question. Maybe I can stop for a minute and then resume my presentation. Can I request few school leaders to please ask us any question if they have? I see a lot of participants here, but and I'm sure you all have questions. So please unmute and go ahead. I'm looking forward to talk to you.
Yeah, may I ask you a question,
Please, ma'am.
please? Now, it's like this that at the peril of sounding a little victimized, I don't even have any hassles in using this word. Um, you know, as principal, I actually didn't believe that in my 28 years of a career educator, I'll face this kind of stress and this kind where since I was the focal point of everything in a school, how to get things moving, because please remember that one day everything shut down. Everything shut down one day, and it was left up to that leader to coordinate and bring the things on course. And it was expected of us that we will not falter, because remember, you are locked inside your house. You cannot go anywhere like the rest of the country. And then the online classes started. Then the whole thing had to be coordinated. I mean, I cannot even tell you what challenges we faced as heads of the schools. And you're thrown to something where the examination is also, what people fail to empathize is that as principals, this was new for us also. This was a completely novel experience, like novel coronavirus. We were simply thrown into it and said, okay, you are in charge, go ahead, it's up to you how you do it. Financial strains, educational strains, examination. I mean, you kind of, today in the hindsight, when I look at it, because I collected data, even of the result, and I found that by and large, in fact, I finished because I was uploading my ICSE result now. I compared my result with other years, and that gave me so much of morale boost that I found that the difference was not much, which means at the end of the day, we were able to, so in the nutshell, my this thing would be that would the world empathize with this principal too? Because she's the one who handled something in a way which she didn't know, because that situation was also absolutely and completely new to her. And beyond that, the finances, The problem with parents is they think that online class means, why should you be charged? The problem is, if you're not charged, how do you pay the teachers? How do you recover that money? How many FDs are you going to break? You can't continuously keep breaking your SIP. At the end of the day, if this kind of a thing lasts 2 years, 3 years, none of us will have any money left. So the challenge, the unfortunate part is, and I find that no one says, tell the government not to charge us for pulses or for RIN or for WIM. जो स्कूल की फीस बंद कर दो, स्कूलों को बोलो they will not charge this fees. Again, please remember, whether it is the students, whether it is the parents, or it is also the staff, how to get their chulhas going is at the end of the day with the principal.
Ma'am, I couldn't agree more with what you are sharing, honestly.
No, but frankly speaking, I have a fabulous team. I have nothing to grumble or grudge. When I simply go by data now. So when I started comparing, it came as an enormous, huge relief to me. But ma'am, it's been challenging. It's been as challenging. The point is that you also want to be a good citizen and you want to go out there and even help the parent and even help the society. But at the end of the day, people also must understand that we are all as much victims of this virus as anyone else. And yet, without losing hope and faith, we are continuing with this duty which is assigned upon us by the society and the nation at large.
Yes. And I'm sure the school leaders, other school leaders also who are present here today, they will also agree to what you are sharing. It's education has to continue. In fact, we are talking about blended learning now. And yes, unfortunately, students are not physically going to school, but the entire setup is happening. And as you rightly pointed out, when you looked at the grades of your students, well, there was no surprises for you. In fact, I'm sure the grades would have improved for that matter because
Can I
students
just
are, please.
can I put one more point here? It's not that in the big, what we did was that we did not allow us to fail. We realized that when we put a system of examination, lot of children were using unfair means. So we said, okay, this A is perhaps not working as well. So we switched to B. Then we switched to C. Then we blended systems. It was challenging. But we said, okay, no, this is not right. This is not how we're going to accept this. So we put another. And we didn't give in when the student could say, but I have done it. If you've done it and you claim that you know everything, there's no harm in doing it once again, beta. And you found that you were able to get things right. So we also fell, then we again got up, and then we again started running the race.
I think
So
that's the spirit, ma'am. We have to
also
continue
supporting
advancing.
Chadu ma'am, Garima ma'am.
Yes,
I
ma'am,
am also
please.
in support whatever she is saying. Really, we had that challenge, and still we are having, though it is the second year going on. But we face the casual attitude also of the parents, of the students. But
Absolutely.
this has been proved again and again that the teachers, the way they handle the students throughout the day, the parents are not even able to do that for say 2 hours or 3 hours per day when the classes are going on. So we have to give them benefit of doubt always, as ma'am was pointing out, and we went on with trial and error, and now we have gone through that phase. Of course, the children are taking interest, they are doing many things. We have done the global connects also, we have done the talent search also at national level. Everything we have done, but again that remains that the parents are not ready to pay the fees. First of all, the Supreme Court says that pay only the tuition fees. Now they are saying that you go for 70% of that. Something is, it's going on, and it's very difficult to disburse the salaries, and we have lost many good teachers. We are
Yes.
going on training them, we have given them so much, but at the end of the day we find that they're joining elsewhere because they also need to earn. So these are the challenges. Of course, if the parents understand and they stand by us, then we can prove ourselves and we can do something. Thank you.
Sure, ma'am. We are with you in that initiative, and that's the reason when we talk about digital, we would really encourage you to take support of the parents because, of course, at the end of the day, whatever innovative practices that you are bringing forward is for the best interest of the student and, of course, teachers, students, institution at large. With that, I would also like to, present to you one of the videos that we shot. In fact, couple of our, education leaders are, also creating path-breaking efforts so that, 1 minute, I think. They are also using path-breaking efforts in which they are not only using technology in day-to-day teaching learning, but how they are advancing. And That's something that is really, really motivating. We shot a video. In fact, one of the global education leaders, Ranjit Desale, who won the award, he's also one of the Adobe creative educators. And let's hear them talk how they feel they are nurturing their students with creativity.
Creativity. It encourages students to learn new things by thinking in an innovative way.
Creativity encourages critical thinking, imaginative approach to learning, make it more interesting, exciting, and effective.
It gives freedom of expressions, help in emotional development, and enhances the thinking capacity of students.
Creativity is all about expression. When I started teaching in the Parithivadi, and girls' education was not given that much importance, teenage marriages was common thing. Corporate technology in the classrooms that actually leads creative way of learning, and the teaching process become engaging.
Adobe Spark makes the teaching process more engaging, effective, and easier. Children tend to get a better insight of a matter being taught, and they take more participation in the class learning process when the subject matter is imparted through audio and visual aids.
Adobe Creative Educator journey has helped me to understand what is creativity and why it is important in teaching learning process. Also in this pandemic situation, while we are following distance learning, it has helped me to continue my teaching.
Adobe Creative Educator journey has definitely improved my teaching methodology. I thank this community for offering such a valuable program to make learning better.
Students need a better future. They need hope and spaces for their creativity. They need their voices to be heard. They need guidance. They need chances and feedbacks, not judgments. Through Adobe Creative Spark, I found all the possibilities which are game-changing for the society nowadays.
I started using technology in the classrooms. That's really helped the girls to learn in a much better way, and they started to express their learning in a creative way.
Very nice. Very nice.
That was some of our educators. In fact, we're really proud of this community that we have of Adobe Creative Educators. I'm sure you're also doing a lot of professional development sessions for your teachers, for your students, and if anybody would like to talk about it, please go ahead, unmute yourself, and let's talk about PD sessions, 21st century skills, and pedagogical approaches.
How do you exactly collaborate with Adult Tinkering Lab, and what kind of ideas or inputs are being trained for the teachers and the students actually?
Are you from which school? Can I request you to
I am
please,
representing Jayagopal Garudia Hindu Vidyalaya, Chennai, West Mamalam.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so there are two ways, of course. You can partner with Adobe and you can have Adobe Creative Cloud. We would like to offer it for all your students and teachers, followed by sessions, professional development sessions for your teachers. So that's one of the ways that we partner with Adult Tinkering Labs and all the schools. So it's a very simple process. Of course, now that, we will write into you. And if you want one complimentary session for your teachers, we will be very happy to do that as well. But currently, I'm sure your Adult Tinkering Labs is closed, or how are you pursuing various tinkering activities in your school?
Actually, webinars are organized for children, like how to use certain tools and techniques. And when the schools were open, we brought them in batches and helped them to work out also. We had physical for a very close set of group.
Hmm.
For that Atal Marathon,
Yeah,
we
Atal
prepared some.
Marathon, which
Yes, yes. For that, we
yes,
were
yes.
very active, and continuous classes are going online. Everything is being monitored online, and children try their skills with programming and stuff, but not exactly with the tools.
I think, well, now it's going to be digital. It's going to be blended.
Okay.
So instead of using, the other tools which were available in the ATL labs, you will have to take digital tools, and digital tools will aid lot of 3D, your projects, lot of other projects also, be it science or maybe even marketing related projects which students are creating in the adult tinkering labs. In fact, one of the students came up and they used Adobe XD. They created a prototype, and that prototype has been approved by the government. In fact, the showcase session, when that will happen in Russia, that particular project created on Adobe XD will be demonstrated.
Garima, you know what we did in our school? Um, we, for instance, I started post September. Like, for instance, whenever we had physics, chemistry, or mathematics classes where, children are used to a blackboard and the teacher doing stuff there, what I did was that I requested the teachers who were living close by, when the government started permitting us, we started relaying the class from the classroom. We started relaying the class from the classroom. So, you're connecting with the child, and the teacher's doing everything on the board. So the children, in spite of the fact it was a virtual class, the kids could ask questions or say they did not understand a particular step that could be repeated. And that was quite helpful. That was one thing. And the second thing which I did was, I said, look, innovate. I told my teachers to innovate in a sense that we don't have to go by the run of the mill stuff, which I said, take the kids on virtual, take them to a virtual tour of Taj Mahal. Forget whether you could teach Akbar one day or you could teach national movement the other day or Maya civilization or Inca civilization. I said, instead of only putting a narrative through a book in front of a child, take them, this is a golden opportunity to make the child travel around the world, where you can physically take the child to these wonderful places and explain them and mark them on that. It's okay. It takes away quite a bit of stress and strain on the child, because you're doing something different, which is exciting the child, because you're taking the child on a virtual tour of stuff. So I felt that was quite helpful to my kids, at least. The classes on the blackboard, that was one, particularly of mathematics, and also these virtual tours and the cartoons and the children having a hearty laugh and the teacher having a hearty laugh. I thought that was one way where we could say, who says we are not in that class? We're so beautifully connected. And also, the personal numbers of teachers were with the kids. They could connect with the teacher anytime. There was no restriction on that. So we said, even if, I mean, these are some of the very simple things which we tried.
Ma'am, what is the name of your school?
Dance Institute, Kolaba, Mumbai. It's one of the oldest ICSE schools in Mumbai.
No, I think you're absolutely right. The kind of retention that the students have when they visually look at something, which is, I mean, you rightly pointed out, 3D is a wonderful way of portraying something. In fact, I was talking to one of my colleagues, Chetan, who's going to join us now in the next couple of minutes, and we were having a session for one of the schools, Dhirubhai Ambani School, and we said, why don't we use character animate? And the students were actually finding, all right, it's becoming so boring. We've got online classes, we're just coming and sitting in front of the computer. We can't see our friends, or probably, somebody's eating breakfast, somebody's having milk, so there's no, I would say, a rhythm or a discipline in the classroom. But honestly, when the teachers started using character animate to represent a few characters, and that was like a primary section, everybody's attention was there. And from that day onwards, they almost had full class attendance next day onwards for all the sessions. So it was no more a boring lecture. It was made interesting through use of digital. So thank you for sharing your experience. And I'm going to note this tip, and we will use it extensively and encourage other schools as well also to use it.
We have also done the same thing, that ma'am. As I was telling you, with Global Connect, we took them to Russia, and they saw the museum. They talked about Indian museums. So they had an interactive session, and also virtual reality. I called one person from Delhi who gave a kind of, webinar only. You can say that the children were very much interested. We are wanting to bring that to school also later on when the school reopens. So many
So,
things
ma'am,
can be
now we
done.
want to give you the power in your hands. You don't
Yes.
need to call any of the experts. You have the power within you. You have the Adobe Creative Cloud. Go ahead and create the magical experience yourself. We will train your teachers, we will train your students, and go create an international magic.
Thank you.
Any other school would like to share some other points, any other best practices which they are adopting these days?
Hello. Good evening, ma'am. I'm Lalana Shinoy from Mangalore. I'm heading the school, Canara High Primary School. We had a lot of challenges, as Charu ma'am told. Apart from that, our challenges are completely different, because more 60% of them have computers at home and 40% have one single smartphone at home. And 4 or 5 parents do not have a smartphone. They belong to a lower middle class family. So it was challenging how to reach them. We tried online classes. It was not possible because of the internet problem in the places. Some of them are from the rural areas. So finally, what we did is we prepared PPT presentations with the material and a lot of animated pictures and all, and converted them into videos. And we formed a WhatsApp group and uploaded all these videos on the Google Drive, and then gave the link. And most of them could, 99% could access that, and they were very happy. And once in a week, we used to have this online classes and request the children to go to each other's house, neighbor's house, and then access the online classes. So regular classes are not possible. So we followed these methods, and parents are very happy that the children are able to get something. And doubt clearing sessions was given, and assessment was done through Google Forms, and as well as like we gave activity sheets. Most of the work was done through activity sheets and given assignments. And once in a month, the parents would come and submit the work. So that was the thing. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
I know that we are, the country like India, we do have digital divide. But let me also tell you, there are some innovative ways which are coming up, like Reliance Jio has come up with internet facility, and students are so sharp these days. In fact, I asked one of the students, I said, well, you don't have internet at home. So what makes you, and how are you able to work on Creative Cloud? And this was one of the smart students. He says, ma'am, the best part is I download all the applications. I keep it on my desktop and my mobile applications. At times, I sync the two, because of course, whatever I'm creating on my desktop, I'm able to sync on my mobile as well. And when I don't have internet, I use my mobile data, and I'm able to create my short projects. And once a week, when I get connected to internet, I download I download any of the updates that come to my Creative Cloud, and I submit and I collaborate all my projects. So I think students are smart. We are accelerating digital in today's times. Well, we do have a long way to go, but technology is advancing. So are various, like railway stations have got internet these days. There are so many other ways, and internet is not very expensive, and students can find their own ways and means to go ahead and create their projects. With that, let me also share one of the studies that we had done, prior to the lockdown, which is equally valid today as well. Just allow me a moment. And one of the key findings, that something that I relate, and I'm sure all of you agree to, that 80%, more than 80% of the education institutions are making aggressive efforts to ensure that their students are digitally advanced, they have the latest tools and technology. And we are not just looking at something which is short term, but we are looking at long term enhancement of skills, because we have leaders, future leaders who are studying in our schools. So how can we deprive them on what is available at their hand? And I know that probably some of you have already shared your challenges, right? Parents or whatever. But let me also assure you, um, when you look at these path-breaking efforts, when you're looking at advancing technology in your schools, the entire ecosystem will come for your support, and you will be able to advance that. I know that we have spoken about a couple of things, and this was something that I would like to reiterate in my presentation as well. We have a lot of content that we provide support, to all our educators, to all the schools. Of course, this is an engagement model that we get into, and as a part of that, we provide you access to the entire community, to all the resources that we have. We also recently partnered with Khan Academy. So whatever videos, whatever other self-paced courses were available on Khan Academy are now available on Adobe platform as well. We have curated a complete page where creativity mapped to Adobe tools, mapped to content of Khan Academy is already available. And we are really looking forward so that we can start holding professional development sessions for your teachers to access and use them. So you don't have to create your own activities on that. You have a ready-made platform available. Go ahead, deploy the tools, and start using it. So it's almost like a plug-and-play application that we have created for you. We also have Adobe for Education YouTube channel. And on that YouTube channel, you have a lot of tutorials that we keep posting, so that your students, if they have not understood a particular tool, or if they want to understand some complicated ways of using maybe Photoshop or any other tool, the entire platform is ready, and they can look at the YouTube channels, learn, and start using it and presenting their homework. Again, a few activities. Is there any question, please? I'll continue. So these activities are from grade 5 to grade 12, and they are even segregated as per the subjects. And you also have a lot of other creative projects. Like, for example, some of the schools are running creativity clubs. And this is a very interesting concept that I found, that, once a week, they have a 45 minutes class, and they collect all the students across grades, and it is mandatory for them to come for their class. Adobe courses are taught over there. In fact, some of the teachers have also created their own assessments on that, and they're giving certificates to the students for being a part of those creativity clubs. So if you are planning something like that, do write into us. We can share our tips and tricks on how you can amplify your creativity clubs. A quick look at the tools which are a part of Creative Cloud. Your photographs, your web and applications, your illustrations, your videos, everything can be beautified by just a touch of Creative Cloud app. Some of them are mobile apps, and we also have desktop apps like I just shared with you. I think the beauty of having a named user license for students is that they can integrate, because it's a cloud-based application, they can sync their projects and something which you are developing on your mobile. It can get synced with your desktop application, so on and so forth. And there is a 100 GB storage that's given to the students for storing their content, which they can share with the teachers, and they can even collaborate with their students as well. Like if I have to collaborate with 4 of my team members, all I need to do invite them as collaborators on the platform. So while I'm away, they can work on the project, they can put in their feedback, and I can view what are the changes that they have done, and I can accept or I can reject them. A quick look at the entire suite of Creative Cloud, be it stories, be it your web app and designs, be it your videos or the illustrations. This is your one-stop shop for creativity. And something unique that what India team will support you. We have content that's mapped to CBSE syllabus, and or maybe even if you are an IB, Cambridge or ICSE school, we will work with you so that it is a part of your curriculum and you don't have to spend enough time creating content with the help of these tools. Last but not the least, well, this was one of the video which one of the students had created, and this is the thought which the student had, that working together to discuss and solve a problem and thus creating a product. And I really loved this, what the student wrote, and this helps to shape the content, process, and the product of their work. It's all about team. It's all about how do they collaborate, how do they share projects with each other in the most joyful manner. And this is something that we are strongly promoting, propagating, and partnering with institutions like yours. With that, I would now like to invite our senior solution consultant and our creative evangelist, Chetan Jadhav, for a quick demo of Creative Cloud. I know something that we've been talking about, but it's now time for you to see that in action. Over to you, Chetan.
Sure, thanks, Garima. Just want to confirm if I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, perfect. Hi, everyone. This is Chetan. I am the senior solution consultant and also a creative evangelist. And one of my key roles is actually to be along with Garima, meet all of the education experts and really show them the power of Adobe and how students can make the best use of these applications for their project, for their storytelling, in whichever medium they are comfortable with. So Adobe has these set of tools which are amazing in design, web, 3D, and whatever medium the student is comfortable with, they can use our applications and share their imagination or their story to the real world. So what I'll do is Garima, how much time do I have for this particular session? So accordingly, I'll pick it up.
We can spend about 10 to 12 minutes, and then we will again get into an interaction with the school leaders because they have some amazing stories to share with us.
Perfect. Okay, so I will quickly share my screen and I'll take one of the examples of what students can possibly do. So I have shared my screen. Can anyone confirm if you're able to see my screen?
Yes, Chetan, it's visible.
Perfect. So these are a set of applications. What Garima has also mentioned that if you have got certain tools for design and layout, we've got Photoshop where you can actually combine different images and you can make your own image out of it. You can also use Illustrator to create vector graphics. So students can actually use this to create illustrations, logos, brandings, and all. InDesign is another one of the favorite applications for students where they can use it for designing and publishing layouts for print and digital. So if they want to create any brochures which are multiple pages or magazines or any book layout which has a lot of text and images, so they can use InDesign in that. In fact, students can use a combination of products. So for example, I want to create a brochure which is multi-pages. InDesign is the solution, but InDesign also uses certain images which are actually edited using Photoshop. So the Photoshop image, you can bring it into InDesign. Maybe the students are using certain illustrations for their project. They can create the illustrations within Illustrator and they can use that and bring it into InDesign. So InDesign will actually take all of this content in its own creative. Similarly, we have got a lot of photography tools. So Photoshop is a part of that, and we also have Lightroom. So Lightroom is a small part, you can say, where it is a small element of Photoshop. You can say Photoshop, you can really edit the image in an amazing fashion, but photographers, they don't need a high level of editing. They just want to enhance the image to a certain level. So Lightroom is a specific product, especially for the photographers. So photography students would love using Lightroom. Also, the another medium of communication is video, where we have tools like Premiere Pro and After Effects. So Premiere Pro can use for editing a video. So nowadays, even the mobile phones have amazing video recording capabilities. So if student wants to create a video project, they can just take out their phone, record themselves, and bring those videos into Premiere Pro, and they can arrange them in a timeline, and they can edit in a timeline and share their video story. So Premiere Pro is a desktop application, but we also have Premiere Rush, where we also have a desktop and a mobile application. So students can just put Premiere Rush in their mobile. They can right away shoot the video from Rush, and they can also edit the video in the mobile version of Adobe Rush. That is, so Adobe Rush is a very amazing product, especially for these particular workflows where people just want to shoot on the fly, edit on the fly, and share it to the social media platforms. The another favorite of mine is After Effects, where people can create amazingly visual effects. So if you have seen movies like Terminator, Dark Fate, and all, which is I'm talking about films right now, where you can see there are so there are some amazing visual effects which are there that can be created with After Effects. And one of the definite tools I recommend students for using is Character Animator. So they can actually design puppets, and the puppets will act based on how the students are acting in front of the camera. The way the student will talk in front of the camera, that the puppet in Character Animator will also pick up those. So student can actually have interactive characters who are saying that, hey, this is my project, and the character is actually briefing about that particular project, and it's a very fun application. Students should definitely check this out. Okay, video design, all great, but now Adobe is also into a next level of taking from 2D, also taking it into the world of 3D. So we have got products like Dimensions, where you can actually have a 3D product prototyping. You can create mockups and all of that. I'll give you a quick demo about what Dimension does. And from Dimensions, you can take it to next level further. So from 2D, we went to 3D using Dimensions. From 3D, now we will go to augmented reality, AR experiences using Adobe Aero. Okay, so without much ado, I think I should share my After Effects, Illustrator example. So there was one of the projects in which the students were actually designing creatives for a package. That was some project. So in Illustrator, I've opened up Illustrator. Illustrator will help me to create design elements for that particular package. So this is the open version of the package, where you can see that, okay, this is the front side of the package, the left side, the back side, the right side, and also the top and the bottom. So here I will show you the final version of the full package. This is what the students were able to create. So this is some designing for where students actually use some of these tools, and they were able to create these design elements within Illustrator itself. So maybe, for example, I want to change the color of this particular logo. I'll just come here and I'll double click this part, and I'll make this as maybe bluish or something like that. Okay, so once this particular artwork was done, you can actually take this particular artwork to the next level. You can use Photoshop and InDesign or Illustrator to make a 2D, but I'll now take it to 3D. So what I've done is I have created image versions of these, and these images will be open in Dimensions. So let me open up Adobe Dimension. Adobe Dimension is an amazing tool for the students, so that this is a stepping stone foundation of introduction of a 3D application. See, 3D applications are very, very highly sophisticated applications, but but students will not feel comfortable to directly go to those 3D applications. So Dimension is an amazing 3D application that will give them a great start into the world of 3D. So let me open up Dimension and show you what this is. So I click on the new project and see, 3D is a difficult task. You need a 3D application to create 3D content, but you don't have to worry. Dimension already has some ready-made assets available. So I have got a gift bag I can drag and drop. You see that I've got a gift bag onto my scene. I'm able to rotate and you will see this is a gift bag. Similarly, I have got a pump liquid and all. So you can really assemble all of these 3D elements. Now let me, sorry. Hello. Am I audible? Are you able to see the screen? I'll take another 10 minutes. Okay, fine. Yeah, so let me show you the final version. So this is the final version of the food package, where you'll see that I was able to, so if you see the back part, I have got no images there, but the artwork that I did in Illustrator, that artwork I was able to paste on this 3D object. So here you see the front and both of the sides. So I'll take it to the next level. How will I actually make it photorealistic? And that too, let's say I want to keep it on the table of the kitchen. So what I can do is I can actually come here and I will put one image on the background. So, but the background and this particular 3D has no relation. I'm not a 3D expert. How will I put this exactly on the table? So Adobe has got this artificial intelligence technology that will automatically match the image camera lighting, and it will match and put this particular package onto the table. So if I click on the match image, you'll see that it has now started calculating, and bang, you'll see the food package is there onto the table. So if the students are designing maybe a science project where there's a spacecraft, there is an astronaut and all, and they have to match the airport, I don't know, wherever there is a space station, they can actually create photorealistic outputs based on these. Now here you would see that, okay, it is not photorealistic because I have not rendered it yet. So I can click on the render button, and now you'll actually see the soft shadows are being there, and this is really looking photorealistic. I did make this very, very quick. I can come here and I can scale this down, but yeah, I've scaled it down. Now from 3D, I can take it to another level where I can actually take this food package and I can actually keep it on my laptop right now using augmented reality technique. So I can simply select this object and I can export this into another tool, which is called as Adobe Aero. Now, what I've done is another 5 minutes and my demo is done. Now, what I'm doing is I am switching to my iPad, where I will open up Adobe Aero. I think there is some background noise from someone. So if can anyone help me mute? Okay, so now what I've done is, for the sake of time, I have already exported that out, and I will now switch to my iPad screen. I hope you are able to see my screen. I think so. Okay, so now what I've done is that I'll come to Adobe Aero. So this is the mobile application I was talking about. And here I will bring the same food package. So, but food package is not a good example to show you on my laptop. Let's see what students can do. Let's say I made a 3D object of an astronaut. So let's see. So I can bring the food package, but I think this is a better example for AR. I've already designed an astronaut, and now I'm using my iPad where it will figure out my floor. You see that it's identifying my floor and the floor is detected. And here I can actually bring that particular astronaut. So I click on the plus button and I've got certain Creative Cloud file. So I can just search SPACE. Yeah, there is a spacesuit. I open that up. The spacesuit is getting downloaded. So instead of food package, I'm just using a different model. That's it. And now I have got this spacesuit right away on my laptop. So just imagine that what students can actually see on a 2D screen, imagine it coming into 3D and then coming right in front of them. What after it comes, I can also animate this part. So maybe I can come here and I can try to rotate it. So I can come to actions and I can spin them around. So now if I tap on this particular astronaut, he will actually spin around. So these are some basic animations you can give. But if you have certain 3D objects which has ready animation, the animation can also come along here. So let me quickly show you one last minute and my demo is done. So I do have certain starter assets, and one of the starter asset is, let's see what I can show, animation. So here I've got a dinosaur, and maybe I'm creating a project on maybe dinosaurs. So I can actually have a dinosaur right away in front of me. And you see that he's actually on my keyboard. Now, how can I animate the dinosaur? The animation file was already there. I just have to call that animation file. So simply I'll come to my behavior, and here I will actually click on play animation. That is done. And now if I come and click on the dinosaur, here I go, 3, 2, 1. I tap, and now you see that the dinosaur is actually not happy with me. Maybe I might have overshot with time. But I think this was a quick look about which are the Creative Cloud applications and how students can use these applications to share their imagination with the real world. I'll stop sharing my screen. I'll hand it over to Garima, and I would love to see if there's any questions from the participants. I hope this was a little bit quick one, but this gives you a good idea about how Adobe applications can really help to help the students to tell their imagination to the real world. Over to you, Garima. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Chetan. That was really informative. In fact, prior to your joining the session, that's precisely what all of us were talking about. That, you know, one of the school leaders shared that how she created a complete, 3D, a virtual moment about, Taj Mahal, which was extremely informative for students. And I think one of the school leaders in the chat window is also asking, do they need to have laptop or system necessarily? Ma'am, the answer is yes for that, because we are in a digital world and that's how we are interacting with all of you as well. So we do need a system so that students have access to these tools and they are effectively able to use that. Can I request few of the other leaders? I know this has been a very interactive session, but we'd love to hear more about, what are the innovative practices that you are doing, or if you have any questions about how Adobe can partner with you, we'd love to hear from you.
Hi, good evening. This is Anupama Mehra. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
That's one question that the world is asking the rest and beginning all questions and interactions with. So hi all, this is Anupama Mehra. I am heading the Navy Children's School at Goa. And we've come a long way, definitely. And the whole teaching learning process, we've been on board, and the teacher teams have been doing phenomenally well. My query is, I was quite fascinated by Chetan's presentation, and I love the dinosaur traveling all over and the spacesuit being created. Children are so active and learning on their own these days. There is so much more they are actually teaching their teachers all about also. Because a youngster is far more active digitally and technologically, that there are a couple of things that the teachers could learn also. So I am quite interested to take Adobe on board, and I'm quite fascinated myself. My query is, what I saw when we were making this digital transformation at the beginning of the pandemic was that teachers, the younger teachers took to technology fast, because they were in tune to it, while my older lot took a lot of time. Unfortunately for them, they had a younger principal, so who just dragged the school along. So my query is, I believe in very solid professional development. If the training is done right, a lot of things fall into place, and staff and employee anxieties they can be tackled. So I would be getting in touch with you for taking the program forward. What kind of PDs and what kind of sessions do you all hold for staff members and children, if at all, if we are on board? Basically, how does this work with prime focus to PDs?
Ma'am, you have really asked us a very, very crucial question, because of course we also don't believe in just giving out a software. It has to be
Right.
coupled with PD sessions, because unless and until teachers know how to use
Yeah.
them in the various subjects which they are teaching, then only the application will take place. So when we do a session, we actually divide batches as per the grades and the subjects.
Okay.
Even if we have to do multiple sessions throughout the day, we love doing that, because at the end of the day, we have to ensure that you use it effectively and understand the concepts. So we club them into various sessions as far as your grades are concerned, and then web applications are covered on one day, mobile applications are covered on the other day, video applications, and then there's a lot of hands-on that we do. So and like I shared, there are already a lot of lesson plans that we have created. We give some pre-work also to the teachers, but we also know that the teachers are overloaded with work these days. So we
Right.
try and keep the session as crisp as possible, and maybe a 2-hour session followed by a refresher session. That is how we go ahead.
Right. Okay. And for the children, I can see children, since they are also helping their teachers create content and submitting projects while creating content themselves. So here, every child gets access to the cloud and that kind of a thing. So how does it work with their IDs and passwords?
So there are two models that we can do. Number one, which is the online platform? Are you using Microsoft Teams, Google
Yes,
Classroom?
we are on Teams, and yes, we are on
Fantastic.
MST. And we are also we've also partnered with Extra Marks. So see, there are a whole lot of edtech platforms which a school signs up with, so that the content is made available and it is interesting, because it's not two-dimensional anymore, like you rightly said. So we are partnered with Extra Marks, and we have of course got MST, and both are very, very it's very integrated with MST. So that's how we work.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, ma'am, we are also strategic partners to Microsoft. In fact, Adobe and
lovely.
Microsoft work together in education globally. So if you
Lovely.
have Microsoft Teams, it makes the process all the more interesting. So all we have to do is, when we create your admin console, all your student IDs and your teachers are automatically given licenses for Creative Cloud. And that is how then we start the journey. Then we do your enablement sessions, we organize your PD sessions. So there's a complete schedule that's worked out after
Wonderful.
you sign up with Adobe.
Wonderful. Great. Thanks so much for answering
So
and
our
giving
team
that
will
clarity.
get in touch with you very soon.
Sure.
Siddharth
Lovely.
from
That
our
would be
team will
lovely.
speak to you.
Thank you. Lovely.
Any other school leader, please? Any questions, any thoughts, any suggestions, any feedback? Yes, we'd love to hear from you. Okay, since we don't have any more questions, I would again like to thank all of you for your valuable time, and we are looking forward to partnering with you. Our team will get in touch with you, and in case you want to avail one complimentary session of Adobe Creative Educator program, you can get in touch with our team member, Siddharth. Our education leader will get in touch with you. Thank you, Mahalakshmi ma'am, and we are honored by your presence, and we look forward to meeting you in person. But till then, let's continue the digital and creativity skills going for our students, and we would love to partner with all of you.
Thank you so much for a great session.
Thank you. Our pleasure.
Thank you so much, Garima. Thank you so much, Chetan. And just before we sign off, dear attendees, should you have any questions, just reiterating what Garima has already said, If you have any questions on Adobe solutions that have been discussed today, please feel free to reach out to your representative via call, WhatsApp. We are just a phone call or a WhatsApp message away. We would be very happy to set up a one-on-one discussion with our partner. Thank you once again, dear speakers, partners, and attendees for your precious time. Have a great day. Looking forward to have you all once again for our future events. Stay safe, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, dear participant. Thanks, Garima. Thanks, Chetan. Stay safe.
Thank you. Please take care of yourself and stay safe. Bye-bye.
Thanks all. Stay safe. Bye.